Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm here today with Bud Hensel at the Catholic Church Sacred Heart on Maple Avenue in Frazee. And Bud's got an interesting project he's working on. Hi, Bud.
Hi. How's it going, Hank?
Tremendous. Great day.
Yeah, it is a nice day out there. A little warm again with the humidity, but it is a nice day.
Yeah. And so, a lot of work has been done on the church here the last few years. It's beautiful new additions and stuff.
Yeah, we started the new addition a few years ago and just gotten it completed up. But part of the thing we ran into in doing this big project was as they started tying into the church, we found a lot of things that had sort of been, because they're so high and out of sight, out of mind, like our steeple. Earlier this year we replaced or had to redo the bricking on the top of the steeple because it had started to loosen up and let loose. And we had a great mason, the Winters, that did our church, went up and redid all that. We put new maintenance-free louvers in for our bell towers. So now hopefully we've got a lot of issues with our steeple taken care of, but in the same breath we found out that a lot of our stained glass windows were starting to really deteriorate and sag. We have several that if you can get up next to them up there, you can see that towards the bottoms there's bows in them and stuff just because of the weight of the stained glass. And part of that deterioration was from our storm windows weren't very protective. They were made of a plexi-type glass material that would, give with the wind. And when they replaced them, that's why they put them in. Back, their first original storm windows were just single-pane glass storm windows. And in about 1965, most of our northwest side of the church had been busted loose or busted out because of weather and stuff. So that's when they replaced those with the plexiglass. And at the time, they were supposed to be very efficient and not fade and stuff. Well, that's 65. I don't do public math, but that's 40 plus years ago that they were put in, and a lot of them had faded. Well, in the meantime, because they had the ability to flex and they were sort of attached to the windows, it didn't help our stained glass windows longevity very well. So they have over the years been re-leaded in place a few times where they've gone up and fixed and replaced panes that have broken or sagged enough that needed to be repaired, but the whole windows have never been redone. And so the first issue we wanted to take care of is putting new storms in, and it was a three-phase project where we did some of the windows when we first did the addition on the church. This last phase we just did last year, took care of the whole northwest side of the church, and already over the summer we've seen the efficiency of those stained glass windows and how they have helped control the environment in the church itself. Plus, they're self-supporting windows, so now they take the brunt of all the weather outside. They're actually a barrier to protect the windows on the inside. As we go into a third project of restoring all of our windows, we can actually take the stained glass windows out from the inside, repair them, and put them in place and never lose one beat on our church. So.
Well, that's quite a process there. But we're going to take a break here for just a spot with our television station, and we'll be right back with Bud and continue with a story on the windows here at Sacred Heart Church. Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm here with Bud Hensel at Sacred Heart Church on Maple Avenue here in Frazee, and we're talking about some of the issues they've had over the years with the stained glass windows, and they're getting set for the next phase of their project and something that you may be really interested in, the fundraiser.
Okay, yeah, we're to help pay for a lot of the refurbishing costs. We've decided to do a fundraiser and open it up to the community. This is sort of a community building. It's one of the sites from a distance that you see coming into Frazee, along with the water tower, probably two things you see on the horizon.
That's what we have on the city logo.
Yeah. So we're open this fundraiser up to help pay for our storm windows that will protect the beautiful stained glass windows here that we have at Sacred Heart.
And you said that's $92,000 on just the storm windows?
That's just the storm windows, and we've got 2 phases of 3 phases done. We're behind on our payments a little ways, but part of it is to help finish paying for it, because we would like to then go into a phase to refurbish the stained glass windows that they protect. They've been in this church over 100 years, and they have some historical beauty and value to them, and we'd like to keep that and keep our church looking beautiful for not for years to come. Hopefully we can go another century before.
So how are you going to raise some money, Bud?
Well, the fundraiser we have going, we're doing a dinner-type fundraiser where we're selling tickets for the dinner at the Frazee Event Center, and we're going to have 320 seats available for this fundraiser dinner. We're going to have some silent raffle items set out. We're going to do some raffles during the event. We have things donated that we have half a beef, a quarter of a beef pretty much, a half a hog, and some other items that we'll be raffling. We will do a small dessert auction prior to dinner. We've had auctions here as a fundraiser at Sacred Heart where all of our circles do pies. We're going to have some of those pies out there. We've had times where we've had a $100 pie out there. So if you like your pies, get a ticket and come and see what you can find.
And so what date is this going to be, Bud?
This will be the 9th of October, okay? And then after following dinner, we're going to have a live auction. We got some live things. We have a Vikings game, 4 seats to a Vikings game. One of the items will be auctioned off, and a few other dinners. Some that have, Jill Mickelson, that have donated dinners in the past they do a real good job of catering a dinner for you, things like that to auction. So
it'll be October 9th, and what time?
October 9th. Doors will open at 5 o'clock, and then we'll start raffles about 5:30. We'll have the dessert auction about 6:15. Dinner will start at 6:30. Live auction at 7:30.
So where can they get the tickets, Bud?
Well, we've handed out most of our tickets to a lot of our parishioners around. We do have some here. They can call the office and leave a name if they're really interested in getting tickets, and we will get somebody out to get tickets to them.
And what's the number here at the office?
It's 334-4221.
Well, Bud, I think it's a great project, and I appreciate you being on the program, and I'm glad you're doing it.
Well, we appreciate the community coming in and helping us out. Like I say, we want to start, this building really is part of the community, and it stands out in the community, and we want to keep it that way. So.
All right. Thanks for being on the program. And with that, we'll catch you next week on Spotlight Frazee. So pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at the neighbors.